Buy a new house in the Temecula Valley, you're going to love this episode because we're talking about 7 reasons why it's probably a really good idea for you to be looking at new construction. We are so glad you're here with us. I am Brian Auer.
I am Lorianne Auer.
Today I want to start off the show by answering a question that a lot of people have been asking us lately, and that is, where is the Temecula Valley? So I wanted to clarify that real quick.
That's a great question. I can't wait for your answer.
The Temecula Valley actually encompasses Menifee, Murrieta, Wildomar, Winchester, and of course, Temecula. When I started actually doing business 25 years ago in the Temecula Valley, I had no idea Wildomar was part of it, but it does make sense because if you go a little bit north of Wildomar, you end up in the Lake Elsinore Valley.
Our valley has definitely grown. I mean, we went from a very small, where's Temecula, to we're actually on the map. We are a destination.
Yeah, they mention us in the weather, so that's really special. Right now, Temecula Valley has almost 500,000 people if you combine all the cities. It's pretty incredible how much it's grown.
But that's not what we're talking about today.
No, it's not. What we're going to be talking about today is new construction. That's why a lot of people have been coming to this channel. There's a lot of new construction going on in the Temecula Valley. It's been happening for years. So obviously there's a lot we can talk about since we have been selling real estate for so many years in this valley, but we want to talk specifically about 7 things. In fact, we thought it would be a good idea to cover 7 reasons why buying new construction in the Temecula Valley is probably a great idea right now.
I think it's a great idea. That's why we bought a brand new house. The first reason is there's a shortage of inventory in pre-owned homes.
So what does that mean? There's a shortage of inventory. How does that affect new sales?
Well, there's a shortage of pre-owned homes due to the fact that sellers really don't want to get out of their current mortgage that they have or their current interest rate. So they're not even thinking about putting their homes on the market, but we do have buyers coming into our marketplace all the time. So what's left for them to purchase? New builds.
I think you're exactly right. There's a shortage of pre-owned homes because the people that live in those homes right now do not want to give up those great rates that they're in.
Yep, that's true.
So a good option is new construction. The second reason new construction is probably a good idea for you is it requires a lower deposit.
That's right. I think that's great. When we're dealing with pre-owned homes, typically a seller is looking for a 3% deposit. However, new builds aren't quite looking for that large of a deposit. It's anywhere between $3,500 and $5,000. And if you're a VA buyer, your deposit be as low as $1,500. So that's a really big win, especially if you're a first-time home buyer.
Yeah, if you don't have a lot of dispensable cash, but you need to make a down payment or even just an earnest money deposit on a new build, it's a lot less out of your pocket.
The third reason new construction might be best for you is the builders are actually buying down your interest rate. So there's no reason to be fearful of a high interest rate. They're actually buying them down lower than 4%. So that's unheard of. And that brings us to the fourth reason why new construction may be best for you. Builders are actually paying for all your closing costs.
That's amazing. All the closing costs?
All your closing costs.
Why don't you expound on that a little bit? Because there's a difference between closing costs and the down payment of a house, of course.
Right. So your closing costs are all those fees. So you've got your taxes, you've got reoccurring, non-reoccurring fees. Those are your closing costs, and those can be anywhere between $10,000 and $19,000. So I think that's a really huge win on why buying a new builder might be best for you.
The fifth reason why buying new construction might be your best option right now is the fact that the builders are offering tons of free upgrade incentives right now.
Shut the front door.
It's a fact. I've actually seen in one of the recent models that we walked, in fact, I walked with you and filmed you looking at this model where they're offering washer, dryer, refrigerator. There were other things in there.
Yeah, that's pretty remarkable. Some builders that are offering a window covering package. They're offering backyard landscaping package. They're offering some upgraded flooring, some pendant lights. They're throwing all these things in. Just depends on where they're at within their phase, and maybe they need to move to the next phase, and they got to get this inventory actually off their books.
They all kind of come under the heading of incentives. It's amazing how much money that adds up to.
It's quite substantial. The sixth reason why new construction might be best for you is you actually could be contingent. Let me explain what that means. You actually can sell your current home. If you have an existing home, it doesn't have to already be on the market. They give you about 30 days to get that property under contract. And I think that's a really great incentive.
There's a lot of sellers right now that are in the pre-owned space that will not accept your offer if you have a home to sell.
That's right. So if you are a seller and you want to also do a purchase, it really is very seamlessly done when you are purchasing new construction, which that might be best for you.
Excellent. The seventh reason why buying new construction might be best for you is the fact that there's less competition on those homes. One of the reasons there's less competition on new builds is the misconception that a newly constructed home is so much more in taxes. And where that might be true, because all of the builders in Southern California are adding special assessments to the tax roll, actually, it still is offset by all the other things that you save money on. I think a lot of buyers just have this conception that buying a new home is like buying a new car. It's a lot more money, and that's simply not the case.
There is another reason why there's less competition. It takes 6 months, if not longer, to complete that home. Unless there's standing inventory, there's people that, where am I going to live?
There's no reason you can't live in a van down by the river.
By yourself. Thank you for watching. If you found that helpful, please follow us. Contact us if you have any questions. And don't forget to please like and subscribe below.
We'll catch you on the next one.